What if your spreadsheets could survive every structural change your team throws at them? Added columns, renamed sheets, shifted data without a single error message. Most Excel users know XLOOKUP exists, but almost nobody uses it at the level it was actually built for. Welcome to Visora Labs. Today, we're going through 5 advanced XLOOKUP architectures, and I'm going to show you every single one live in Excel. By the end, your automated reports will never break again. Here is the problem that most tutorials completely skip over. VLOOKUP is positionally dependent. It counts columns from left to right. So the moment your team inserts a column into the source data, and someone always does, your formula returns the wrong value with 0 warning. No error, just wrong numbers sitting quietly in your report. That is genuinely dangerous. Open a product table and write a working VLOOKUP pulling the price by product ID. Everything looks fine. Now insert a new column between category and price. Look at that. The formula is now returning the category instead of the price. No error flag, just silently wrong. Imagine that sitting in a report that goes to your manager. Now watch what happens when we rewrite this with XLOOKUP. Same data, same task. This time using XLOOKUP. Insert that same column again. The formula still returns the correct price, because XLOOKUP references ranges directly, not positions. And notice we did not need to type false at the end. Exact match is the default. That alone removes an entire category of beginner mistakes. Most people only ever use XLOOKUP vertically, searching down a column, returning a value from the same row. That is the basic use. But XLOOKUP is completely direction agnostic. You give it a row as the lookup array and a row as the return array, and it searches horizontally. Let me show you that first. Here I have a table with months across the top and revenue figures in the row below. I want to pull the value for a specific month dynamically. The formula is exactly the same structure. I just give it the header row as the lookup array and the data row as the return array. Change the month reference and the value updates instantly. That is all it takes to flip from vertical to horizontal. Now here is the real power move. I have a full matrix here. Products down the left side, months across the top, revenue figures in the body. I want to pull the exact value for a specific product and a specific month using one formula. Here's how I build it. First, the inner XLOOKUP. I search for the month name across the header row and return the entire corresponding column from the data body. That gives me a full array of values for that month. Then I wrap that with an outer XLOOKUP. I search for the product name down the product column, and I use that inner formula as the return array. Now it pulls the exact intersecting value. Watch, I change the product dropdown, changes instantly. I change the month, changes instantly. Now I insert a new column into the matrix. Formula still works perfectly. That is what structural resilience looks like. Here is a situation every analyst runs into eventually. Your product database has full formatted SKU names, but the sales team submits reports using abbreviations and shortened versions. The names never match exactly, so your lookup returns errors constantly. XLOOKUP solves this with the match mode parameter, the 4th argument in the function. Set it to 2, and you unlock wildcard matching. Here is my product database with full SKU names. Watch what happens when I type a partial name. Standard XLOOKUP gives me a not found error immediately. Now I rewrite the formula using match mode 2 and wrap the lookup value with asterisk wildcards on both sides. Now I type widget pro, it finds the match. I type widget PR, it still finds it. I type something completely made up, it returns not found cleanly. No ugly error codes. You can take this one step further and build it into a fully functional search tool with almost no extra work. I am creating a clean input cell labeled Search Product. Then I wire up multiple XLOOKUP formulas. each one using the same wildcard logic to return the product name, category, price, and stock status into a small results panel below. Now I type a partial search term, and the entire panel populates instantly. This works for your team even if they never type product names consistently. You have just made your report human-proof. A single XLOOKUP matches on one criterion, but real business data almost always requires two. You need the revenue for Region East and Quarter 3 specifically, not just any row with Region East. Here's how you handle that with pure XLOOKUP logic, no extra functions required. I have a flat table here, region, quarter, revenue, all in separate columns. If I do a single XLOOKUP on region alone, it returns the first match regardless of the quarter. That is wrong. Here's the fix. I build the formula in steps. First, I write the region condition. This evaluates to an array of ones and zeros, true where the region matches and false everywhere else. Then I write the quarter condition. Same thing, another array. Now I multiply them together. The result is 1 only on the row where both conditions are true at the same time. Then I wrap the whole thing in XLOOKUP, searching for that 1, returning the revenue value. Change the region dropdown, change the quarter. Correct value every single time. Every lookup will eventually fail to find something. A product gets discontinued. A user searches for something that does not exist yet. In the old world, that gives you an NA error that spreads through every formula that depends on that cell. XLOOKUP has a built-in fix for this, and it is cleaner than anything we had before. Here is an XLOOKUP returning an NA on a missing value. I add the if not found argument and type not available. The error disappears and the report looks clean. For numeric calculations, I can set it to 0 so that my sum formulas keep working. For a completely invisible result, I set it to an empty string. The cell looks blank. The report stays professional, and I did not need a single if error wrapper anywhere. These 5 patterns together give you a reporting system that adapts to structural changes, handles missing data gracefully, and survives every edit your team makes to the source data. No more broken reports on Monday morning. No more manual fixes after someone adds a column. If this gave you something new, subscribe, because we go this deep every single week. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 you are implementing first.